Hi guys, it's Mark from the LCG68 in France, and today I'm gonna speak about my favorite battery. And you know, it's GENS. If you not know, you might be seen it. I try many battery. I was happy with many brands, but I have anytime an issue to find in the same brands all I need, because I drive 110, 18, 16, 17, 15 scale, and it's not so easy to find something who fit at all, or the same battery, and also where the quality is okay with the price. So I finally, since 2 or 3 years, drive only just GENS. I know Envision are also good battery, even maybe a little bit better, but they only do 2S for competition, 4S for competition, and some 3S. GENS make 2S, 3S, 4S, 5S, 6S, 7S, 8S, and small batteries like this one. One of my favorite, Bashing 4S 5000, only 400 grams, only a little bit bigger than a 3S battery, and this is what I use in my 8S setup in 1.8 skills. I drive on-road GT with 8S with low kV, 1400-1500 kV, so I get the same performance than in 6S, but I can drive a half of an hour with the same performance, and when I finish with, the battery are even not hot, and also not the motor. That's what I like. I'm only 200 gram heavier, 250 maybe, than a stock GT, but with that amount of power it's no matter. But if you go in heavier cars, like Armor Infraction, this one begin to be hot, even in 8S. In 6S I really not like to drive such heavy car than the Infraction or a Felony or something. In the Mojave also not happy with the 6S, so I also drive 8S in that. I like to drive it in my X-Max for the flight, because it's lightweight. With 2 from that battery I have only 9.5 kilogram on my X-Max, and that's really nice to jump with. Runtime in an X-Max about 20-25 minutes in normal condition. When I'm go crazy on the throttle, it's clear 50 minutes, it's bye-bye, and the battery begin to be hot. In the Great 8S you cannot drive this one, because it's only 2.5 kilogram heavier than the X-Max, but in normal condition you can drive 50 minutes, and if you go hard on throttle, after 8 minutes this battery begin to cook. So you need something beefier, and also because I have here the UFRC growler. I have the Baja 5B version from the raw one in 8S with 12 kg. This baby is 50 kg with 8S. I have the X-Max, I have FG short chassis, long chassis, truck chassis, race truck chassis. I have FG off-road two-wheel drive. I have the Super Baja Ray. You can drive this in the Super Baja Ray when you drive soft. It's like in the Armor Creighton. You can drive about 50 minutes. But if you go hard on throttle, it also won't be hot. That's why I take the 8000 Bashing. This one fits perfectly in the Creighton, fits in the X-Max, fits in the FG, in the Growler, in the Baja version. In the X-Max you drive this one 35 to 40 minutes in normal condition, and even if I go hard on throttle, 25 to half an hour. In the Great 8S, if you drive normally, you go to 20 minutes. When you go hard on the throttle, it's just 50 minutes, and it's hot, but not too hot. This one I get to 60 degree with an out temp from 20 degree. In the same condition I had 10 to 50 degree less temp on these babies. I drive my own road X-Max 90 km an hour in straight line. I can drive 25 minutes to a half an hour on the track, running with the 1.8 skill GT. Just the GTs are faster in the turn than the X-Max is clear. Then for heavier babies, you know, I like to drive 1S for 1 kilogram with going down with the motor KV. So I drive the Lousy 5T in 18S with 3 from Dad's babies. This one are for T-Rex 700 and logo and this stuff 800, 5600 milliamp. I drive 85 kilometers an hour. When I go crazy, 50 minutes. When I have track condition, 25 minutes. And the battery are not hot, the motor are not hot. I just can put 3 other battery in the truck and continue to drive. So we have same performance than a full tuned 2-stroke with 2-speed gearing and a bigger tank, fuel tank. Then we have the problem from the weight, 400 gram each. I would say is okay in 1.8 and 1.7. This one weighs 800 grams, so you not can use it in 1.8 scale, but it's really cool in the impression. Just think on change the tires. The stock tires not hold the heavier weight really well. I only can tell to drive GRP, SP, PMT or Lewis tires. It's also less priced. You can drive this one. It's also 100 gram in our Creighton XB or some stuff. It's not so really an issue with the weight. The truck is also already heavy, and you can drive 12S in traction. You can drive that one 8S in FG on road because you have only 10 kilograms. You can drive 12S with 2 from this in FG on road, no problem. And generally I don't like to spend too much money on batteries, so in France here we pay about 100 euro for that one, 140 for that one, and 50 euro for that one. That's why also why I like it, because with 2 of this baby you have 10,000 for the same price than the 8,000 here, and for the same price that the 6S here. Then I want to try some top-notch battery. I go to the 7.7 milliamps high voltage 1P, because this is a 4S 2P, this is a 4S 1P, this is a 6S 1P. I never liked 2P batteries. I anytime has issue with that because the C rate was not correctly, and also the capacity. Anytime I have a hot battery and one cell of the, because we have here 4S with 8 cells, this is a 4S with 4 cells, and if one of these half cells dying, it's for, you can put the battery to trash. So here you have 7.7 with 700 grams high voltage 120C battery. I put that in the Super Baja array because this one not fit in Super Baja array. The weight will not be an issue in the Super Baja array. It's a really awesome truck. I love it. I had to say it's my really my favorite short course truck is the Super Baja array. My favorite monster truck is the X-Max, and my favorite on-road are FGs. And in bigger scale, two-wheel drive, off-roads, I had the Baja Rowan King motor and the Growler. The Growler has some issue with some stuff, but it's an awesome little beast. So, in the Growler, you drive that baby. If you drive cool, 20-25 minutes. If you go harder, 50 minutes. It's down with battery. You have top speed from about 65 to 70 kilometers an hour. It's okay. It's way enough for this type of truck. In the Baja version, 750 kV, or even the HPI original 800 kV motor, you drive 20-25 minutes by going cool and 50 minutes by going a little bit harder, even with this big battery, because the truck is heavy. But you cannot put it in the Super Baja array, and this one weighs 800 gram each. That means 1.6 kilogram battery, also in the FG on-road. Here I have only 1.4, so I'm a little bit, for the on-road, a little bit lighter. I have more power because it's a high voltage, and I get the same runtime than with that one. For the moment I just tried it in the Super Bahare, was really happy, but nothing magical. You have 10 kilogram trucks with 8S. With that capacity you can drive 50-20 minutes. But I go hard on throttle and the truck goes over 90 kilometers an hour with this battery full stock. So I'm gonna gear it down because I don't need it top speed, and I want to see what I can win in runtime. But that's 20 minutes will be fine. Finally, because Crate 8S driver needs something beefier, and also many people who drives heavy trucks like the DBXL2 with 8S only, which I really not like, a 4-wheel drive with 50 kilo, I drive it the minimum at 12S. The best setup are 60S, it's clear. You see it also in the MCD RR5, I drive 2 from that baby, 20-25 minutes with 75 kilometers an hour. It also weighs about 12.5 kilogram. Maybe the next MCD I will go to 60S with 4 from that babies. So I will be not too heavy, and I have a half an hour runtime with maybe I can reach easy 85 kilometers an hour. So it will be really competitive against big two-stroke engines to drive together. The goal is not to fight to be faster or to run longer, but to have fun together. And now GENS, who listen to us, make these big babies. You have 3 and 4S 11,000, sorry. You also get 3S 18,000 batteries. But you have to have the right truck to fit it in. It's made for the Crate 8S. But I take it, I have enough other battery here. I have 10 from each from that. But I go and take from that one because it's rated for the Crate 8S, so it fits, it's clear. You can put it in an X-Max, but this is 1 kilogram, 950 or 60 gram each lipo. So you have a really heavy weight. Will be not okay for jump maybe, but it will be okay for guys who drive big motors in the X-Max in the setup, or also in Crate 8S. If you put a 65 or 90 or 56 millimeter diameter motor from 90 to 120 long, you need that baby. And I take it because I want to see if it fits the Baja 5B Flux or the War One or King motor or Carson rebrand, and it not fits because the battery okay from the length. You can put it in the truck, but if you put 2 in the brightness, you are too bright with the stock lipo tray. I will put anyway the lipo tray out because I don't like the way to get to the battery in the Baja 5B. You have to put the body away, the cage away, then you go to the battery. I will make what I ever make on my Bajas. I had many ones. So I will put an easier access to the lipo just with 2 velcro straps on the top, so I just can put the battery out without putting nothing away from the car. This baby also perfectly fits in the UFRC growler. Here, this big fat baby, the white one here behind me, has way more room than that one. The battery fits in the length, you have a little bit place more for length, and you have still 2 or 3 centimeters more in the high to fit it in. That means I can put maybe 4 3S 50,000 battery in. And that's crazy, because many would tell now, yes, we see 50, 20, 25,000 milliamp battery, okay, but not with this charge rate. This one has ATT and this one has real ATT. Even if it's only 70 or 75, this battery has really enormous power, not hit very well. That means this is a real good quality battery. That's why I trust GENS and take that babies. You have the same price, you have 240 grams more. It means if for the set of two 8S you have a half of a kilo more in the truck. It's not an issue for the growler, it's not an issue for the RPI Baja or for my FG on road. Maybe I want to try it also in the X-Max, but to fit in the X-Max you have to lift the battery tray a little bit, and you will be able to drive an hour with an X-Max with that battery pack in easy bashing. I don't tell you to go hard on throttle with that one in the X-Max. Maybe with the more weight it will be an issue for the truck. That's also why I don't like the Kraton 8S. It's too heavy for the motor, and if you put another motor, another servo, you can directly go to buy an MCD RR5, which is the real deal as a 1/5 scale buggy, and put a truggy body on the top, and there it is. I hope to see something new from Losi. We love the 5, but we want something a little bit between. Why not make a truggy 1.7? Now we had such beefy motors and such beefy battery. That's really cool, because we like big tools and the gearing, and we like also big bearings. And not big tools and bearings, sorry, big tools and the differential and big bearings. That battery fits in the FG on-road, but you have to widen the mount from the battery. In the short chassis 510 it's a little bit just, but you can do it. In the 530 tray it's absolutely no issue. In the DBXL2 it's an issue, because the DBXL2 battery tray are too small. You only can put something like that, like in the Super Baja Ray 2, in the Losi 5, depending of the conversion you have. If you have the Losi conversion you cannot use that one, but if you have the Triton conversion like you can put easily 2 from that battery in the truck, even 4. 60S 11,000. That sounds good for me in an 80 kilogram heavy truck. In an 8S, in a 1/8 scale, in 4S, this one will maybe fit in the Kraton or something, but it's heavy, but not too much, because many drives 6S 8000 also. It's also the same weight. This baby begin to be really heavy for the truck, and if you drive such a heavy truck, it's better to go more S and another motor. You can fit also that one in maybe in the MCD. It's not an issue, you can put it in. You have just to change a little bit the LiPo tray. But if any case, if you drive 1/6, 1/5 scale, is usually not for beginner or people who not know what to do with their hands, so it's not an issue to modify something and to fit that one in. I have at that point no more MCD here, but I will try it. I wanted to take the XR5 rally car, and it's about 20 kilograms, so I'm maybe gonna put 20S in. I already drive one with a body. We have 80 kilo 20S 240 kV with 5 from that one, because so we have only 2 kilogram batteries. You can drive 20 minutes with 20S with top speed from 70 km/h with this weight, but maybe it will be better in 60S with 4 of that babies. On such heavy car it's no matter. You know, I have the RAMINATOR here. Look at this baby. And you know also, I will put it brushless. We go 2 motors, one left, one right. Yeah, we have less weight than the ATC 2-stroke, ATCC 2-stroke, and with the old exhaust and the big tank. And I test the setup in the Losi 5, 20 kilograms with 60S, get us an easy 65 kilometers an hour with 25 minutes runtime with only 5,000 batteries. And because the owner from the RAMINATOR here don't want to drive so fast as I finally drive the Low Z5 with 85 km an hour, we're gonna go maybe to 12S with 2 6S, or we're gonna go to 12S with 3 from that one for each motor. We're gonna try it. Maybe we're gonna begin with that one with 3 or 4 for that one for each motor, so we have less weight. The goal is to reach for the owner 50-55 km an hour with 20-minute run times. That's more than the 80cc can do. Not with speed, I know, but with the runtime. And if you go, the setups I will put in the RAMINATOR will be drivable to 12 to 20S. So I can overbeat the speed from the two-stroke, I can overbeat the runtime, but it's not the goal. It's absolutely not the goal. We just want an easy setup, not too high priced. That's why I take 2 motor instead. I can put a TP Power 100 or 100L or XL in the truck, but heavy amp throw, big ESC, a heavy priced motor, heavy priced ESC, heavy motor, heavy ESC, and heavy batteries behind. I prefer to go easier with 2 motors, 2 ESC, so I can be lighter than one only motor with the same amount of S power, but put only 12S or 60S each motor, and so have what we need. It's coming, be patient. I have 6 months and for me to do that. The parts are already sent to the machine man, and he's on the way to make all the stuff we decide together. And I hope in a few weeks get the stuff back, put the electronic in, and we're gonna just turn this whole thing here, and then we wait to the owner to come to us to make the first cool drive. We're gonna begin with 8S, easy, but the way I decide to go, I can really set up the kV from the motor for 360 to 500 kV, and I even can change the gear mesh from 2, 3 or 4 on the gearing. It's more than what the truck has stock out from the box. That means we have a really easy way to change anything. Because if we take only one motor, the idea was surely to put the TP100L and to put the clutch in the end of the motor, so we have the clutch like the stock 2-stroke engine. But that's maybe the next step we will try with that one, just for try it, just for fun. So you will see me drive this baby the whole year, because 2021 is for me the GENS Ace bashing testing year. I begin in 2020 and I was so happy to see that GENS Ace made so much different battery. We have shorty 2S high voltage, super light batteries, super flat batteries, 3S, also different size. In 3S we have not so many choice, but more than in many other brands. In 4S we have a huge choice of battery, and 6S not so much, but the most of the people prefer to drive 2 3S than 1 6S. I can understand that, but I'm happy to see that we have battery even 6S with heavy C, and also such big battery with such heavy C, because usually for make your 1 or 1/5 skill setups you have the choice or to put 1 8 skill 4S battery 1 2 3 4 5 and etc. together to get the runtime in parallel, then the same in series with another pack, so you have many battery in the truck, or to take drone batteries, but they only have 50 to 20C, so and they're usually super mega heavy, and from the size also you not find really what you want. Maybe the next step, if I continue to make so big brushless setups, is to use some e-bike batteries. So I just have to clips 2, 3 or 4 from that directly in the truck, like on the e-bike, and the TP Power 100 is a scooter motor to drive something, but yeah, I have to calm down a little bit to keep the feet on the ground. Bye guys, I want to know, what did you drive? Battery brands, size, weight, setups, what did you use for size motor, in which car, and with which battery, what did you get at one time, what's your drive style? That's really important, guys, to share your drive style. It's useless to come and say, I drive my 8S setup 120 kilometers an hour. I don't know why you just drive 60, because you forget to say at this point that you only drive 3 minutes and I drive 20 minutes. So each of us has our goal and our way to reach the goals, and I want to share this all. I just explain you all what I do, and I want to know what you do, especially 1/6 and 1/5 scale, but all of you want to share something about a 1/10 scale with 2S or 3S, a 1/8 scale and 3, 4, 5, 6, 8S is welcome. This channel is only just for share. It's not to do better, to do faster, to know better, to be the best or something. It's just about sharing together what we do, so each from us can take the best he wants from each for his own drive style. I drive hard, but I not drive too fast, and I love to have a runtime about 20 minutes. If it's a small car or big car, it's no matter. It's not so easy to get on a big car, it's clear, but because the brands are waking up and make us really strong and tough battery, it's way and way better. For me, it's also not a war between two-stroke and nitro and and brushless. I like to drive all together. I really have super fun when I see a small car, a big car, a nitro, heavy brushless drive all together on the same spot and have fun together. That's my way to love RC. I want to know what is your way to love RC. Also, share your channel in the comments. I will, if you put a link in the comment, it will go to spam. So I go to check out. I go every day to check out my spam box, and I will provide that your link is in the video description in your comment, so people can find also your channel. I'm not a freak from sharing big channels or go to crawl in the ass from big channels to get more subscriber on my channel. I like small channel, because on small channel the most of the time you see just raw reality, and I prefer to see raw reality than mounted video or just commercial stuff or people who are always there to sell you something. I'm not here to sell you anything. I don't give you some coupon code. I don't give you some discount code or something. I just share what I like and what I drive and the way I drive it, and I'm anytime here to listen to people who can teach me something. Even if I'm 44-year old, I anytime, any day, any minutes ready to be teaching from something better than I do. Bye. Have a nice day, guys. See you soon.